You'll notice I actually have some transitions now. I also worked on all that stuff. So let's grab my swag bin over here, drag it around. Thing's real big. I'll show you here. Down at my feet, this is the bin. And we're going to open it up and go through it piece by piece. Hey, Chris Coordinator just subscribed. Thank you very much for that. There will not be shirtless time. There is not going to be that. Alright, so here we go. And pardon if I don't look at the camera the whole time. Got a lot of stuff going on here. So, first things first, we've got a lot of publications, different books of various types, so we're going to be going through a bunch of those. Strategy guides, some of which, and I did reverse the camera so you can see. This is a Persona 4 strategy guide. I'm not sure why this is in my swag bin. I guess I ran out of room on my shelf. Whatever. Not really that big of a deal. I've got this thing here, the Silent Hill Experience, a PSP UMD video. I still have, I think I have a couple of PSPs actually, but I don't really use them anymore, and I never opened this. It's still shrink wrapped. Not really sure what is on this. It says, welcome to Silent Hill. The Silent Hill Experience takes viewers on a visually stunning and musical ride into the shadowy depths of Silent Hill. Combining different forms of media, including digital comics, music, and video, the Silent Hill Experience provides fans a unique look into one of the most terrifying game franchises of all times. It's got music tracks, video interviews, rare video game content from previous... What does that mean? Rare video game content? There's like a lost section of Silent Hill on there? I don't know what that means. That Silent Hill game sucked. This isn't a game. You must mean Origins. So Nick, did you want that code? Probably. Let's talk about it over Twitter or something. Just tweet me or DM me or do something. Send me an email. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just send me something and I'll talk to you after the stream. Alright, what is this thing? I have... I guess this is when... Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. There was some kind of giveaway things that came with it, and they were like collectible cards or something. I guess they're cards. There's a whole bunch of them in there. And they have like moves on the back, as you can probably see. Yeah, down forward, Hadouken, yep. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the... I guess it was just a giveaway thing. Moving on, I've got... Well, like I said, more strategy guides. The Operation Darkness official strategy guide by Atlas. I think I tried this game one time. It's like a World War II RTS or something. It's by the official strategy guide, save Europe from Nazi cyborgs, SS vampires, and zombie soldiers. It was a game for the Xbox 360. I never actually tried that. I don't think, to any extent. Maybe I played the demo is probably what it was, because I don't remember like signing it out or anything. I don't know. Yeah, zombies, how original. What is my email? There's a contact form on indie-impressions.com, or there it is, I guess. Oh, this is a thing that I'm actually kind of happy that I have. I have the official SMT Nocturne guide, which is actually quite fat. Yeah, I really like this. This is one of my favorite RPGs that I actually never finished. It's nearly 400 pages of strategy stuff in here. It's pretty wild. And this game had a beautiful art style. It involved tons and tons of insane dungeons and, like, I don't know if you can see much of this, but, like, it's got all of the enemy stats and all of that art. Wait, there's actually, like, an art section, isn't there? Oh no, there's just like a big white card in the center of it for no reason. I'm not sure what that's about. And it's still in very good condition, actually, aside from the spine, which is a little bit banged up from being opened a bunch of times. So you can see there's a white line going over it. This is cool. It's got like a full spread of art. There's actually a few pages like that. Characters and stuff. Nocturne was nuts and unquestionably one of the best PS2 RPGs. I would agree with you on that. Good call. And I think this guide is somewhat rare. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was anyway. I'm surprised the guide was only 400 pages, honestly. Yeah, I guess I hear you on that. But it's also small. Like, if you look at it in size, I mean, this is the size of, like, a normal softcover book, like a novel, instead of, like, the usual strategy guide setup, which is massive for no apparent reason. Not sure why they thought they needed all of that room. Okay, I've got a copy of Disgaea, the Afternoon of Darkness. This was the PSP one, right? Pretty sure it was. I never spent as much time with Disgaea as I would have wanted, but I've always appreciated it as a pretty hardcore RPG. I know it had such a cool synthesis system to it. Ta-da! This is just another strategy guide. Yeah, we'll probably go through a lot of the guides first, and then we'll get to the cool stuff. Although, not like this isn't cool stuff, but it's not quite the same. Disgaea 3 guide. Another pretty fat one. I think every Disgaea game is probably a little bit on the fat side. Oh, you know what I should do just real quick? If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to tweet very quickly that I am doing this activity, because I think there might have been a few people that were interested. Sorry about this. I know it takes me freaking forever to write anything. I have a terrible time talking and typing at the same time, so I pretty much have to just become silent while I do that. Alright, so that's that. Get my preview window back up, and the chat. Not Desera, there we go. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably go over the fact that, yeah, I worked at GameStop for about 7 years. When I first signed up, I applied, it was like winter of 2003. I applied to my local EB Games in the mall, and I got a job there as just a part-time associate. That worked out pretty well. I stayed on after the holiday crew was let off. I stayed at EB Games until they eventually became, or sorry, rather, yeah, I stayed at Electronics Boutique until they became EB Games, and then eventually they turned into GameStop due to a merger. I worked my way up through the chain of command to some extent. Went from, you know, the lowest rung of the totem pole to a, you know, a key holder, and eventually became an assistant manager. And through all this time, I was collecting all of this stuff, and there is a lot in here actually. So this is going to take a while. Don't think this is going to be a short little sequence. I know, what an exciting story, Kappa. It's just how it was. I was doing this through college. It was to, you know, pay my way through college and to, you know, have something to do with myself because YouTube was not a thing. Here's another thing. We've got a Phantom Brave guide. Not quite as big as the Disgaea guide, but still reasonably thick. Never really spent much of any time with Phantom Brave, actually, but I was told it was pretty good. A cool art style to it. Definitely similar, actually, to the Disgaea series. You just see a little chunk out of it. Lots of stat tables. And I still want to have a full conversation about GameStop in general on stream. I want to get like Indie Mouse and Red Panda Gamer, who both also worked and still, well, at least one of them still works at GameStop, so it would be interesting to have their perspectives and talk about their experiences. Actually, did I just get through a bunch of the... Yeah, actually, I think that was most of the guide sitting on the top. Alright, so now we've got some more interesting stuff. We've got a Darksiders comic book, I guess. Art, yeah, comic book. It's there we go. See, it's actually like legit a comic book. It's kind of tough to show you, but yeah, it's just more of this type of stuff. The Darksiders had very cool art, I have to say. I wasn't necessarily a fan of the game all that much, but I did actually appreciate the art style, at least the original one. I think the second one I was a little less of a fan of. I have a tiny, tiny little art book for Devil May Cry 4. Glenn, you can talk to me about GameStop too if you want. It's all good. It's really hard to turn pages, evidently, when you're not looking at the book explicitly. I'm a big fan of the Devil May Cry series, not as big as some of you guys out there might be, but I definitely appreciated it. I think probably like the epitome of that style of game was probably Bayonetta in my eyes, but they definitely got that style from these games, so I was always very excited whenever a new Devil May Cry came out. I have a... Oh, yeah, it's actually got the disc in it still. Silent Hill Shattered Memories soundtrack. I never listened to this. I wasn't really a huge fan of Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I was interested in it. It seemed like a cool thing, but I played it on the Wii, and it was kind of bad. I have Oh, the art of the original Assassin's Creed. This might have come in like a collector's edition or something. I don't really remember why I have this. Hardcover, little mini book. Look, he looks like an eagle. Kind of neat. Not sure that I really appreciated Assassin's Creed specifically for its art style, but it had some cool moments to it. It was definitely quite picturesque when you would get on top of some of those towers and look down at everything. And it's got the picture on the back. Alright, here's another one we've got. The Art of Dead Space, Designing a Nightmare. This is kind of a cool one. It's got that, I forgot what you call this effect, where it's like it's glossy and then it's matte, to give the effect of being like burnished a little bit. And it's another fairly standard art book where it's got, you know, developer text in there as they talk about the different decisions they made. I always enjoyed reading through these types of things. What is this one? Oh yeah, it's got like a 3D section for some reason. I'm not really sure why. You're supposed to like wear 3D glasses and look at some of these pictures, and I guess that's fun or something. Can I see your keyboard? I think we have the same one. How do you know that? You can hear it? That's my keyboard. The Logitech, like, standard one. Dead Space was great. I mean, it was good. It wasn't bad. It was scary. It was definitely a little scarier than I expected it to be. Let's see, what's this? I have the Demon Souls art and soundtrack CD. Not sure where the CD comes into... Oh, the CD is actually stuck in the back of it. Okay. Supposed to jump in fear when reading the book. Too much emphasis on limb removal. Same keyboard hype. Nice. So yeah, Dark Souls and Demon Souls, obviously a series that you've probably heard me speak on at length. I love just about everything about them, and oh wow, this looks exactly like Blighttown. This is from Demon Souls, not Dark Souls. I actually haven't ever finished all of Demon Souls, so there's still areas in it that I've never seen, so I should really go ahead and finish that out. Man, the freaking enemy designs in this are so cool. Look at this freaking dude, the adjudicator. I actually was trying to fight this thing, and I couldn't figure out how to properly kill it. I didn't realize there's like somewhere on its side over here-ish, there's like a cleaver sticking out, I guess, and you're supposed to just beat it up. I had a Fallout 3 standee for years. That's wild. I don't think I have any room for that kind of thing. Alright, next we have The Art of Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. This is the PSP version. Still shrink wrapped. I guess this was just a handout when we were selling copies of it, so I'm not even going to open it. Just another art book. I'm trying to remember if I had any real experience with the PSP version. I think I played it a little bit, but it was after the point where I was really excited about Soul Calibur. I think that was after, what was the most recent one is 5, right? So Soul Calibur 4 was the one I played a lot of on the current gen systems, or I guess, well, yeah, so I can still say current gen for a few more months. And that was a really good time, and I think I just got like overly Soul Calibur'd out for a little bit. What is this? Oh, this is from, I guess, when I bought my 3DS. They give you those AR games, AR cards. I guess this really isn't GameStop swag, but it's got those little things in there. You're supposed to like set them in front of the camera, and then the cards come to life, and like stuff happens. It's like makes little games take place. Cool concept. Pretty novelty style. I don't really think I got much out of that. The 3DS was all about like, here's a thing you're gonna do one time and never use it again for that purpose. And then they made the Ambassador program, which was pretty cool, which allowed people to basically download a bunch of free emulated games, which is like the only reason that I really wanted that anyway. Stream with just Nick's face, 10 out of 10 would watch. Thank you. Yeah, probably a lot of people have those. This isn't GameStop stuff at all. This just ended up in here by accident. I have commemorative coins that probably were Christmas presents from my grandparents and just ended up in the wrong bin. So forget you saw those. What is this? I have a sheet of paper that came from Catherine when I bought Catherine. I guess this was in it somewhere in the deluxe version or something. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Well, I guess this is where that came from. More Catherine stuff. The sound disc. It's called Sound Disc and Art Book. So just like the other one that I showed you, it's got in the back cover the disc is in there. Catherine. Cool game. Definitely unexpected. I didn't know what to think about this game when I first bought it. I was really confused by it, actually. It's a pretty seriously difficult puzzle game, wrapped up in a pretty entertaining storyline, and worth playing a few times, actually. Have you played Killer is Dead yet? No, I haven't. That's the newer one, right? That just came out. I haven't really bought any new games in a while yet. Or for a while, rather. What on earth is this? Some of these things I have to, like, vet before I show you, because they might have nothing to do with anything. Okay, this is a Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 poster with various women on it. Okay, there we go. Yay, I guess. A weird piece of merchandise. Freezing Fire 7 subbed? Oh yeah, you did. Thank you very much for that, Freezing Fire. Greatly appreciate that. Alright, next is, I've got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D soundtrack, the official one, still wrapped. This is a thing that I will probably never unwrap, because it's kind of a cool collector's item, I guess. It's got, I don't know if you can read this track list on the back, but it's got a lot of tracks, is kind of the point of me showing you. Probably all snippets instead of loops. But I know they were doing that, like, Nintendo instrumental on tour thing, which was kind of sweet, so I was hoping maybe some of that would find its way on there. It's always really cool hearing these arrangements redone with a full orchestra. It's a really impressive sound, actually, and a lot of them are really well catered to that kind of thing. Oh, this is cool. I've got the Super Mario Galaxy commemorative launch coin. I don't know how many of you can say that you have this 3D sound. I meant the Ocarina 3D. It's not a 3D soundtrack. Maybe if you had like surround sound 5.1 or something, that could work. Alright, so inside of this I have an official certificate that says I have an authentic Super Mario Galaxy commemorative launch coin. Yeah. And then inside here, holy crap, this is the real deal. Can I even take the thing out? It's like glued in. Why would you glue the coin into place? I guess so it doesn't fall out. This is like the crappiest looking coin I think I've ever seen. It looks like it's made out of pewter, and it feels like garbage. It looks like it's got like a little bit of paint dribbled into it where the star is. Let me show you. This looks like a thing you would get in a Happy Meal or something. It's like really, really cheap. There's like no luster to it, no shine or anything. Anyone that has this would probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, the Brew Crew. Greatly appreciate you subscribing. Very nice of you. Yeah, at least it's authentic, right? And it comes in this bizarre packaging with like all this stuff. It's like, it's a coin that's not even a good thing. It's like, I understand you're trying to make this seem fancy, but you're just wasting your time. Think of all the money spent on this packaging. Jesus. It's a little ridiculous to me, and I can't get it back into the package successfully either. There we go. Alright, next we have... Oh, this is going to be good. Alright, I've got a... Is this the only one? I thought I had like a stack of these things. Castlevania Judgment Limited Edition Laser Cell. Still wrapped in package. It's official, and it's got a certificate of authenticity on the back part of it. Yeah. Now, isn't that sweet? This is the Wii version Castlevania fighting game. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's actually a pretty cool picture. The art of it is nice. But I've never really had a problem with the art of Castlevania. It's more the gameplay of some of them. I can't even tell what that's a picture of. I'll get it a little closer, maybe you can see. Sorry, the glare is really tough because there's so many lights on in various positions. There's like a dude here, and then there's like another dude over here, and there's like another dude here, and then another dude over there, and then there's like swords and demon arms everywhere. But yeah, it's pretty silly. I guess that's all there is to say about that. Next thing is, we've got the Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots Tactical Espionage Action something DVD. I don't know what this is, actually. It doesn't... It says Metal Gear Saga Volume 2 on the side of it, on the spine. And I'm not sure what exactly I'm supposed to take away from this. I guess this is probably like... fills you in on the story or something. This is probably when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. This is maybe to give away with it. Just got here, what's going on? We're going through my swag pile from when I worked at GameStop. I have a big bin full of stuff that I brought home over the many years that I was there, and we're just looking through it all and talking about it, because I thought it would be a fun thing to do for the evening. Anybody know what this is? Volume 2 of the Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes? Is that what this is? It shouldn't have a rating. 4 more and you got the whole collection. Brought home. These were swag items. These were items that were to give away to the public, and we often had extras left over, so the employees got to take some. That's really all it was. So I still don't really know exactly what's in that. Oh well. Alright, I've got... Oh, this isn't really anything. This is the cover of the deluxe edition of Metal Gear, of Ninja Gaiden 2, which I always hated when they did that. They would put the collector's version with like this extra box, and there would be like all this case you had to take off and then store somewhere. I don't know what the point of that was. Just give me the regular box. I'm fine with it. Oh, I've got this thing. This is pretty cool, actually. This is the Muramasa the Demon Blade wall hanging poster collection. Or calendar. I think this might have been a calendar, actually. With beautiful freaking art. Anything by this developer is absolutely stunning, and this was no exception at all. I'll hold it sideways, maybe you can get a better look at it. And there were a whole bunch of different beautiful compositions in here. You like the slipcases? I'm sorry, I disagree. That's just me, though. But yeah, Muramasa was a beautiful game. I only wish that the gameplay quite matched up exactly how good it was, art-wise. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like at least 5 different pieces of art inside of here. Probably more. Or if it's actually a calendar, like I just said it was, there's probably 12. And I've got 2 of those, so I've got another one. I thought that one was, I guess, so cool that I had to take multiple. Something like that. Random disc here. I've got the Darksiders Digital Hellbook. That's actually what it says. Digital Hellbook. Cool. Yeah, THQ. Strange naming convention. Alright, I've got... This is a copy of the Beatles Rock Band and Rock Band 2 demo disc. Not really a thing. Not sure why I have this. I guess we were giving these out to people who bought guitars or something, so they'd have an impetus to buy other stuff, or so they had something to do with their guitar, perhaps. I have, a whole bunch of soundtracks here. I've got Fragile Dreams, Farewell Runes of the Moon, Moonlight Tracks. That is one of these. I don't actually remember what this is. This is a Wii game or something? By Xseed, so I think, yeah, this is a Wii game. I think like a Japanese puzzle game. Is this the one where everything was dark and you had like a flashlight and the children were like the only things that you knew about? And they're like going through old abandoned buildings. I'm sorry that I don't remember much about this one. It looked cool. I remember liking the look of it. I just don't think I spent any time with it. Graphics look too good for the Wii. Lolicon game? No, I don't think so. Oh, here's a thing. Alright, I've got a few of these. The Chrono Trigger Orchestral Extra Soundtrack. This was from when they re-released Chrono Trigger on the DS, and then they made a big deal about it. Chrono Trigger's a great game. I'm pretty excited that I have a couple of these. I don't remember it having the best soundtrack of all time, but I definitely have no ill will toward it. Oh, wow, is this really... Are you serious? I looked on the back of it. I don't think I ever looked, and look what's there. 2 tracks. You can see there's sort of like a bronze-colored thing right there. There are 2 songs on this. I don't know what that's about. Why would you release something with 2 songs? Alright, next I have a Castlevania Order of Ecclesia soundtrack. This is one that I actually would open up and listen to because I've enjoyed all of the Castlevania DS games, I think without exception. Can't read shit on that. Sorry about that. I realized that once I was holding it up. Text is way too small. This one you might be able to sort of make out, but probably just sort of slightly. But yeah, Order of Ecclesia, very, very cool. Definitely my favorite was Dawn of Sorrow, but still not bad anyway. Next, I've got... I've never known how to say this properly. Yugudra Union? Ugdra Union? The Will Never Fight Alone soundtrack. This was a, if I remember correctly, a GBA RPG. Am I correct with that? If you need my email, just go to indie-impressions.com. There's a contact form over there. Yogi Bear's Union. Yggdra. Okay, Yggdra is fine. I can say that. And that one has a crap ton of soundtrack information on it. There are like 50 tracks on there. 56, in fact. So that makes the Chrono Trigger one look a little bit silly. And my voice is starting to wear out. I'm going to run a couple of ads real quick, and then we will come back and resume looking through more of the swag bin. So I will see you in a few minutes. Oh, that's weird. I guess none of you have ads. Okay, let me try that again. No, okay, it thinks I ran them, so I guess Twitch is broken, so I guess no ads for me. That's weird. Alright, well, forget the ads then. Let's keep going. You got one. That's very strange. Well, what are you gonna do? Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, so, well, welcome back. Next thing on the list here, we've got a Silent Hill 3 official soundtrack. This, I believe, came with every copy of Silent Hill 3. I'm not sure why I just have multiple of these soundtracks. Oh, maybe this is one of those instances where people were trading in a bunch of copies, or they RSB'd over a bunch of copies of this, and they were just extras. You know, we didn't have any requirement to put the soundtracks back in the boxes when we sold them, so a lot of times it was like, well, if the employee doesn't have this one, we didn't really see any harm in everybody taking them. I don't know. Silent Hill 3, man. Not bad. I want to play that, actually, on stream at one point. Oh, here's a cool thing. This is one that I'm actually pretty excited to have. Oh, there's more than one in here, isn't there? I just want to look at this real quick. Oh, okay, I doubled up. So I've got the Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne original soundtrack, and then below that, I've also got one for Digital Devil Saga, which I can't seem to take out from the other one. Ooh. Yeah, both awesome. This is the Digital Devil one is probably not the whole game's compilation, though, I would assume. And they're both still in mint condition. Sweet. Yeah, the bottoms are all perfect. I think those are fairly hard to come by. Alright, next thing is the Breath of Mana soundtrack. Oh, this is a cool looking disc. I remember this. This is really old. Dawn of Mana was the, I believe kind of a crappy RTS that they made for the DS. And, wow, I cannot seem to find the right way to put this. And then on the back, it's got one of those, like, half disc, half clear plastic setups where the data's only on the center part and then the outer edge is see-through. It's probably hard to see here, but you can actually see it's clear plastic with the design on it. So, I don't know, kind of a cool-looking soundtrack, even though it's probably only got a few tracks on it. Saw that funny Twitter thing you sent, too, about how singles only have one song on them. Yeah, I know. I have a still-wrapped Disgaea custom soundtrack. Pretty neat. This one has a bunch of tracks on it, 21 in fact. Probably fairly old, I would say. And the back says it's from 2008. That seems fairly new, actually. Oh, because this is probably when they re-released it on PSP that this happened. Because the original is, this guy is probably from like 2004 or 5, right? Somebody probably knows. And another soundtrack, I've got a Silent Hill Homecoming soundtrack. Another one I didn't really spend much time with. Silent Hill sort of dropped off at this point, I would think. Homecoming was like their last chance to prove that they could make a good Silent Hill game, and they sort of botched it, I think. This one has 21 tracks on it. Let's see what the inside looks like. Kind of typical crappy printing. Alright, at least it's got color on the disc. That's a thing that not everybody does. But the inside insert is just like a piece of paper. What are you going to do? I always really enjoyed the swag and things that would have like really good like production quality to them. Oh, this is not for resale on the back. Like that's ever stopped anyone ever in the history of time. Next up, oh, you're gonna like this one. This is one of the coolest things I think that's in this whole bin. Okay, this is a very, very limited thing that was given away for pre-orders of Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. I had to get some of the dust off of it. It's like a fake wax seal package with underneath this as Velcro, which is kind of hilarious. But inside of this, and yes, I did actually pre-order this. I didn't like take this away from a pre-order or anything. I was obviously a pretty big fan. It's got a whole little package of other stuff inside of it. And the first thing is it's got a deluxe art collection book, which is right here. Flip through that real quick. It's got to look like it had history of the N64 games in there, and lovely picture. Yeah, I'm definitely a pretty big Castlevania fan. Portrait of Ruin. I believe this is a fold-out poster. Oh no, this is the timeline on one side and a poster on the other side. This is freaking sweet, man. Check this out. So it's got a linear history of the series. That's like serious fan service that they do that. And then on the other side, it's sort of a strange aspect ratio to this thing, but I don't really mind. And I'm also one of those people that didn't really mind the fact that they went with a sort of an anime cartoony style. This was the pre-order item for Portrait of Ruin on the DS. And then, last but not least, this little fold-out thingy here. Check this out. So we've got the soundtrack up at the top, and then it's got its own little custom stylus themed for Castlevania. It's kind of lame looking. At the same time, it's kind of nice that they included it. It's a stylus with a nub end, so you could actually use it for phones as well as for your DS, and I believe the nub end should be removable. Oh yeah, okay, so that'll pop out. Oh no, it's just, it lengthens. Okay, that's why that happens. So you can have it be short or long. Kinda neat. And then there's also in here, it's like a little card thing, and I'm not sure what this even is. I think this is probably cool, though. Open it up. There's like a little flip case in here. And then inside, if I remember how it opens, which I kind of don't. Oh, okay, it slides and then flips. Oh, and it's just a case for a couple of games that you can put in there. So, that's kind of neat. You definitely don't see anything like that too often. And this is basically the same price as if you had bought the game. You just had to want the game a little bit more, so you went and got it early. That's all. Totally worth my $5. But I guess you have to be a big fan of this stuff to even care. Which I am. Let me put all that stuff back away. Make it long. You guys have, like, one-track minds. Not that I don't. Alright, now the problem is I've gotten it all out. Now how am I going to get it all back into this package? There we go. Alright, next up, I have a World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King bookmark. I think that's what this is. I'm not really sure what else you would use this for. It's cut out at the top and it's very intricate punch work. It's lovely. Yep, so that's all that is. Alright, next we have a Resident Evil 5 limited edition custom laser art cell. Woo! Too bad I didn't really like Resident Evil 5. On the back has a certificate of authenticity, as often these seem to have. So we can prove that this is a legitimate Resident Evil 5 custom-etched laser art cell. The document certifies that this laser cell is an authentic first edition collectible prized for its superior quality, produced exclusively for Capcom Corporation Limited by Laser Mock Incorporated. Great care has been taken to faithfully retain all the qualities of the actual characters. The image has been printed on specially treated mylar and matted with buffered, acid-free matte board. Only the finest materials and processes were used in the production of this laser cell to ensure your acquisition of a permanent piece of quality artwork. Is he pawning? No, I'm not pawning anything. I'm just showing you guys. I thought it would be fun. If I was gonna pawn stuff, man, I needed the money before now. I would have done it. I collect stuff. That's my thing. Alright, next up, Eternal Poison, Liberum Vespera. This is a PS2 RPG, if I remember correctly. I think I actually have this, but I don't think I ever played it. For a while, I went through a phase of like pre-ordering obscure JRPGs for my PS2 collection and never actually trying them out, especially when they had pre-order items or like swag of various kinds. And this one had really pretty art, actually, so I'm not really sure what stopped me from ever playing it. Yeah, look at this. This looks very, very lovely inside. It looks like they put a lot of time and attention into making this. What on earth is she carrying? She's got like some kind of cabinet with checkerboard stuff on it. That came out before I started pre-ordering every RPG ever. Yeah, I think by the time you started doing that, I was already kind of done doing that. Magna Carta 2, the official art book. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody who bought Magna Carta 1, I don't think wanted to buy Magna Carta 2, but it's got very pretty lady pictures in it, I guess. The art is beautiful, I have to say. It's just the gameplay I don't think was all that good. It's like the nakedest ladies that you can put and not have them be actually naked. Oh my god, the proportions on this woman are just... Look at her legs. And look at the dude on the other side. It looks like something from Final Fantasy 12 or something. And I'm not saying I don't like boobs. They're all good with me. I just don't quite understand some of the character designs sometimes. Although some of them are pretty freaking cool in here as well. Thinking like whatever's going on this side over here is pretty neat. Again, kind of hard to see. Like look at this art. Like what is going on there? And then on the other side, like the longest legs in the entire world. And look at the disproportion between the one thigh and the other one. It's just kind of insane. The size of her butt's like completely backward on one side versus the other. Alright, next up is a PlayStation 3 cosmetics bag? I don't really know what this is. It's a PlayStation 3 branded zipper bag that I guess you could store toiletries in if you're traveling. I'm gonna guess I probably got this at PAX, actually. Because I don't think this really seems like a GameStop thing, unless somebody remembers what it is. The PlayStation logo on the back. It has like a makeup bag, I guess. Pencil case? Yeah, I guess it could be a pencil case. Got the little thing on the zipper there. The PlayStation logo on it. I don't know if you can see that at all. Yeah, I guess it's a pencil case. Okay. Fair enough. Moving on. Let's see, what other stuff here is actually swag? Oh, I might actually have to clear some of the junk out of here, because there's actually some other stuff that's not GameStop related in here, too. I have this, which is a Kratos poster from the launch of, I guess, Gears of War 3, or Gears of War, God of War 3. Pretty cool poster. Nice art. Thankfully, it wraps itself back up. I've got a Kirby stress ball. I don't remember which game this was from. Probably like Canvas Curse or one of the newer ones. Squish it around. Dust falls off of it because it's been sitting for a while. next thing is, what is this? Oh, this is kind of a cool thing, but this is not to do with GameStop. This is actually, I think I bought this from like FYE down the hallway at my mall. This is a character from Dante's Inferno. This, I don't know, maybe this actually was a GameStop thing and I just forgot. It's an actual action figure of Dante. It's still wrapped in everything. It's got a lot of breakable parts, it looks like. There's like a scythe in there with a removable end that looks like it's very, very long. Yeah, you know, I think this was actually a pre-order item. Quite like Dante's Inferno. Yep, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good game, actually. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I had not very high expectations, but I think it worked out. Kind of hard to see, but the detail on the character is actually decent. Definitely higher quality than your usual average pre-order item stuff. This is just a thing I bought, but I never opened for whatever reason. I have an Akuma fight pad for the 360. I think I was just going through a phase of like collecting wired 360 controllers for whatever reason. So that was one of those things. This is a very nice controller, I have to say. As far as wired controllers go, I think these were very good for fighting games. I didn't really play a whole lot of Street Fighter, but I'm glad that I bought it anyway, because I have at least 2, if not 3 of these things. And they're very well made. I have an assortment of other controllers that have nothing to do with anything in here. Okay, this is what I was thinking of when I was talking about the action figure before. This is actually one that I bought at FYE. Pretty rare thing. I don't think I've ever seen these existing anywhere else. This is a Raziel figurine with all the requisite parts. He's got his interchangeable hands, a torch, a Soul Reaver made out of, like, wispy wind stuff. Freaking cool. Isn't this wild? Like, I don't think I've ever seen action figures for, like, such a cool character before. Something like this anyway. Yeah, Raziel's badass, man. I love Raziel. So, and on the back it shows some of the other ones. I think I definitely got the coolest one. They also had one with, like, he had a crystalline body. I preferred him, like, in his normal, hollowed out, husk, like, zombie state. Nope, I do not work at GameStop. I have not for several years now. I have a Pokemon Platinum pre-order edition Arceus. I don't know how to pronounce this properly. It's one of these things, like a horse. It's a horse with golden lattice work on the side of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I should actually open it up and see what's in it. I assume it's actually a figurine. It's got one of those stupid package tops that if you open it wrong, it's just going to shred the 2 top edges. I'm probably going to do that by accident. It's not worth it. Oh, you can't even see it anyway. It's in a opaque baggie inside. So, oh well. Alright, next up I have a Lost Planet Extreme Condition mech figurine. Pretty cool. Serious quality construction on this one, actually. It looks like it's a serious size. There is remarkable detail, like down to the fact that the feet have these like retractable looking snow blades on them. If you can get a good look at it, there's like no good angle that shows it without having the light glare too much. Yeah, it's a pretty neat one. It's the PTX-40A, apparently. That's what this mech is called. Originally intended for use in colonization, vital suits eventually evolved into powerful fighting machines which utilize thermal energy for power. The PTX-40A is the ultimate VS, equipped with a brainwave-reading supercomputer which allows the pilot to control it by thought alone, easily outclassing all other VS known to man. No hostile stands a chance. Yet, I remember hostiles standing a chance. Oh well. I like Lost Planet 2 a whole bunch. I don't know about Lost Planet 3, I haven't played that one. Here's the thing. Oh, I haven't looked at this in a while. The prototype biohazard tube with a poster, I think, inside of it. If I open this, I'm probably never going to get the poster back inside of it. But I'll try anyway. Ah, there we go. Alright, so I think this has a map of the city of the world of prototype. Now I've dropped something. There we go. Okay, it's one side poster, one side map, and the edge is ripped, which is nice, because I don't even think I've opened this before, so why is the edge ripped? Look at that. I didn't even do that. Prototype. Oh. And the map. I forgot it was New York, actually. Paranautical activity on Steam tomorrow. Indeed, that's kind of why I wanted to pick this to show before we started going through my swag box. I have to do the little game where I try to make the poster smaller so it fits back into the tube. I'm actually pretty good at this, though. There we go. This is kind of creepy, actually, having these tubes that all say biohazard all over them and have, like, biohazard symbols. Doesn't seem, I mean, I know it says prototype, but it seems like a bad idea to have these all around. Alright, next up is... this came with something, and I have half of it. Oh, there it is. I have the... I think this is from Pokemon Silver, or Diamond and Pearl, right? Can't really remember. It doesn't say on here either, does it? From 2007, it says the year, and it's got the little stylus stand, and then you're supposed to sit this in here, and then you can display this proudly on your child's adult desk. I don't know. Do you need a stylus this big? I've never been too into the stylus thing. I usually would just use the standard one. Palkia Pearl, thank you. That's I guess if you had like cramps or something, if you use this all day and you're like writing. Yeah, it's for the kids, I know. I'm just being silly. Next up. Oh, I might as well show this off since it's right in front of me. This is a Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 Gigantomundus t-shirt. It's like extra, extra, extra large, so I would never be able to wear this. But it's pretty cool anyway, right? I like it. It's kind of a weird faded yellow, actually. I was expecting with Persona being so blatantly about their bright yellow branding, which I actually loved. I really loved the art style of that game. They would have a brighter shirt. This was lost in translation. Just wash it a bunch of times to shrink it. I don't think that I could shrink it enough ever, no matter how many times I wash it. If I wash this for the next 20 years, I think it would still be slightly too big for me. Anyway, let's refold that and put it away. Persona 4, though. Love, love, love that game. And in fact, if I ever bought a Vita, probably the first thing I would buy is Golden on that. Alright, this was not anything to do with GameStop, but a gift that I got one year. It was a Blaze Blue fight stick for the 360. Kind of excited about this. This is a very nice, well-made, professional Hori fight stick with the Blaze Blue branding on it. And it connects with standard USB, so I think I should actually be able to hopefully find drivers, maybe, to use this on PC. I hope. I don't know. Could be wrong. Next up, I have a PlayStation 3 flying disc. That's actually what this is. It's got like a squishy edge to it, so you're like supposed to throw this thing around. Pretty weird. Terabad Hori US stick, lol. I don't know if you're being facetious or serious. I guess either way it doesn't matter, because I don't use it anymore. I haven't really played much Blaze Blue in the last year. Played like a couple of matches. Limited edition premium gift 2009-2010 Tekken 6. What is this? I think this is like art slides. I don't know. I don't really remember what this is. You open this up, there's like, it's basically a folder, and inside of it is something. I don't really remember. Yeah. Anyway, next. I have a Rayman Raving Rabbids TV Party beanie hat. And on the other side is a rabbit with skull and crossbones. It's a pencil case. Hi, Doxy. So yeah, I guess I'll probably leave that in the package unless my head is very, very cold. Next up, oh, one of my favorites. Dun da da da! Katamari Damacy pencil case. Zipperable. Actually, pencil slash PSP case. I forgot you could put your PSP in there as well, if you'd like. I liked anything with Katamari Damacy branding on. I actually had a Katamari, like a keychain thing at one point too. Yeah, it's very green. It's very plasticky. I like it. It's a pencil case. No, but it fits a PSP perfectly, actually, if you notice the shape of it. You've just decided all things are pencil cases now. I understand. I've been there. Alright, next thing is a prototype figurine. Oh, this is surprisingly detailed, actually. The sword arm is crazy. Check that guy out. I forgot what his name is. I want to call everyone Cole McGrath, but I know it's the other guy. Pretty neat, I guess. If you're into prototype. Alex Mercer, thank you. Yeah, I just remember he gets cancer, which is sad. What is this? Oh, this isn't. This is also not GameStop related per se, but something I actually had hanging on my wall for way longer than I'd care to admit. Because Final Fantasy XII, by far my favorite Final Fantasy, and once I can get this thing open, I'll be happy to show you what it is that I'm talking about here. Oh, it's stuck together because I had stickies on the edges. That's why that's not happening. This thing is huge. Alright, so it's a map of the whole area in Final Fantasy XII. And then on the other side, is this upside down? I can't even tell. Oh, it is totally upside down, sorry. And then on the other side, it's got the whole table that you would use to level up your characters, and you actually kind of needed to see some of these to make smart decisions about what the best way to level up is. It was pretty complicated, but yeah. I don't know. 12 is great. I hope one day they remake 12. I would play it all again. Now, how on earth do I okay, there we go. Have a problem refolding the thing back together. Okay, now we have entered, I believe, the... Yep, I think we are at the Xbox 360 faceplate section. So I'm going to try and run ads again if it actually works this time. I'm not sure if it will, but let's see. So let me know if nothing happens after this moment. No ads. Scumbag Twitch, what are you doing? You drinking Coke? Yeah, I'm drinking vanilla Coke, man. I like vanilla Coke. So I guess no ads still. One and done. Looks like a few people have ads, but most don't. One ad. The ads are ineffective. No ad. Make me sad. Well, I guess I will just say in the place of ads, if you want to support me, consider subscribing and make sure you follow the channel on Twitch. And if you don't follow me on YouTube already, youtube.com/RockLeeSmile. I can type, oh, I've got my little macro now. I can go exclamation point follow, and then it should put in my pitch there. And then I can also do exclamation point, what the hell was the other one? Info, right? There you go. So there's all my links. Yeah, ads don't work, unfortunately, but at least Moobot's here to have my back. So anyway, let's get to the faceplates then. Describe the ads to us. I can't see them either, man. Alright, so first up, let's get our OBS screen back. Okay, there we go. So we've got an Unreal Tournament faceplate. Kind of neat looking. It's not the best one, but it's not the worst one either. They all have the same back to them, but yeah, it's red with the 3 strikes through it on white. Have a cool look. Hey, Gravatar just subscribed. Thank you very much for that. Put it on your face, please. No, I'm good. Alright, next faceplate we have is a Universe at War faceplate, which I don't actually remember. I guess that was like an RTS by Sega on the 360. I can put my eyes through it. Oh yeah, I guess some of them aren't white in the back. That one's more gray. That's the poster on the wall behind me. It is Akira, the very popular animated movie, so you can see better. Faceplate's confirmed to have the lifespan of the 360 console. I have one of Final Fantasy 13. I'm not sure why I have this one. I think this was just a leftover because we were doing bundles for a long time, and I think we ended up getting a bunch extra. I really didn't like Final Fantasy 13 very much. I have it on PS3, actually, ironically enough, even though I have the faceplate for the 360 version. So it's an okay-looking one. I mean, it's not my favorite. It's more of one of those ones like you'd have to really like the game a lot to want to put that on there. Next up, I have one for the outfit, which was, I believe, a very, very mediocre... This one's still wrapped, actually, I think, and it's sealed. Oh, it's got a little piece of tape. I can get this out. Like a very, very mediocre military action game for the 360 when it came out. There it is. So, dude with a rocket launcher is the outfit. Yep, there we go. I don't really remember or know much about that game. I don't think I've actually ever played it. Some of those launch-ish 360 titles were, like, pretty bad. They were just sort of like, well, we don't really have much to offer, but it has newer-looking graphics. Like, things run a little faster, so you should be excited about that, right? Okay, next up. Oh, this one's actually pretty cool. I think this one actually might be worth a few dollars, maybe. This is a limited original BioShock faceplate, which can't really fit the whole thing in there. There we go. And on the back, it's actually got, if I could stop holding it, exactly where it shows it. Yeah, it's got a number on it and everything. It's not a pencil case. But I think this one actually looks pretty nice. It's glossier than most. It has a finer finish than most of them do. And it's got actually a pretty cool design to it as well, so I like it. Got the Big Daddy on there. I'd say BioShock is a fairly iconic game still, and it's sort of held the test of time. I think it's probably the nicest faceplate that I have, and I've got a number of them. Although I never put it on my 360 for whatever reason. Go fig. Well, that's collectors for you, I guess. Next, I have Ace Combat 6. This was a collector's edition faceplate. There were a number of these. Oh, I missed a subscriber. Lynx-Syrian. L-Y-I-X. I don't know how to say that. Like-Syrian. Oh, Like-Syrian. Okay, thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. One for Ace Combat here. Shiny and blue. If you're into Ace Combat, I could see definitely putting this one on. Not too bad looking. But there were a number, I think there were like at least 3 or 4 of these that you had to get if you wanted the whole set of them, and I'm not really sure how you were supposed to get the other ones. I think this is a pre-order item or something. They did that a bunch, actually. They had these pre-order faceplates. I always thought that was kind of a strange thing, but I always enjoyed it because there were always people who didn't pick up their game, and then I get a free faceplate out of it. Not sure why I care to collect these things, but I always enjoyed it. Oh, here's another. Speak of the devil, another collector's-ish one that you get from pre-ordering an item. This one actually is, like, totally warped. Wow. That's a bunch of garbage. You leave it alone in a sealed Tupperware container, and it warps itself. Anyway, this is for Death Smiles, a very good bullet hell shooter on the 360, featuring witches. It's a weird game, but it was definitely quite challenging. It had pretty cool art, and as you can see, like I was saying, it's kind of warped. Like it's not even. I don't think this would fit on my 360 anymore, so I guess this has very little value now, which is unfortunate. What are you gonna do? The BioShock one is fine. Maybe it's the paint they used on this one. I was taking good care of them. Oh well. We're running down to the end here, I think. Next we have Full Auto. actually kind of like this game, and this is one of the, I think, more interesting looking faceplates that was, I mean, it's garish, but it's garish and also sort of an artistic way. If you have a particular propensity for these colors, you might enjoy the look of this one. Reminds me a little bit of like the Bleach color scheme that they use, although it's mostly probably because of the fire right there. Full Auto was actually not a bad game as far as I remember. I think this one's actually a little warped as well. Looks like it's not straight anymore. I know it's supposed to be a little curved, but I think it's actually more than it's supposed to be. Yeah, it would look good on a 360 Elite, you're right. It would look natural anyway. It's a car combat game where you could like stop time, if I remember correctly, or something like that. This is a big thing for a while, like messing with time in games, because they had the ability to like cache the frames and use them again. And then this is totally not, again, to do with GameStop stuff, but this is a thing that I thought that was pretty cool. It's the Game Face 360 customizable faceplate kit. I made a bunch of custom faceplates. This is actually a Silent Hill one. Probably pretty hard to see, but that's actually Pyramid Head. And he's on like a burning building and stuff. And yeah, I had one that was... Oh, actually, if I have the template in here, I should show you because it's pretty cool, I thought. Yeah, it's here. This was my pride and joy of my 360 faceplating career, and actually this is the one I had on my 360 for the majority of the time. Katamari with all the cousins on it. So you actually would just pop that into the template case and then pop it onto the front of your system and actually work just fine. So I had a Katamari 360 kind of, in a way. Yeah, I actually thought the composition of it looked really good too. Like, I think it fit well on the case. I thought it looked nice. That's just me, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of freaking templates in here still that I never printed on. Yeah, well, never gonna happen now. So there's other stuff, but I'm gonna have to, like, get around and move around my room to go get it, so I'm actually gonna have to take off my headset for a second and see what I can go find. That's pretty much the end of the swag bin. There's just a bunch of like N64 controllers and stuff, Dreamcast controllers, original Xbox controllers. Not really anything that anybody needs to see. But you can see the pile on my bed now. It's a decent sized pile. And like I said, there's still a little bit more. You guys making fun of my butt? Not very nice. Anyway, there's a couple more things that I have. This is not really that big of a deal, but I had this Sackboy thingy that came with Little Big Planet 2 Collector's Edition. I also had the bookends and stuff that came in that whole set. Yeah, not a big deal. Oh yeah, it's a Gamescom 380 Plantronics. You can get it like $40 or so on Amazon. It's a good deal, I think, for it. I have the set of Bayonetta posters. Probably seen these in a few places. Maybe slightly vulgar, depending on your perspective. There's a whole bunch of those, actually. I'm not sure where the rest of them are. I have a roll somewhere with them in it. Oh, it's actually sitting behind everything. Other than that, I've got this little bag of stuff that I got from PAX when I went to PAX East in Boston. I got a ridiculous fishing hat. I don't really wear hats, but I enjoyed that game enough that I wanted to buy this. Doesn't really fit on me because I'm wearing a headset, but there you go. What is being depicted on that poster? She's doing a split for the camera, essentially. Bayonetta kicking this guy. Yeah, she kicks this guy sometimes. I have a Legend of Dungeon tiny pin with a dwarf drinking beer on it. It's kind of adorable. Probably can't see it very well, but that's him. Doesn't wear hats, puts it on anyway. I bought it even. I mean, the fact that I bought it is kind of weird, right? I have this. A t-shirt for the... Oh, this isn't... Wait, yeah, it is. The turning? Wait, what the hell is this? This is a weird shirt. This is what's on the Last of Us t-shirt. This has like nothing to do with The Last of Us. This is from playing the tech demo or the unreleased, unfinished version of it at PAX. And if you went for that line, everybody got a shirt, I guess. And I ended up accidentally taking home Ryan's shirt also, which I've still never sent back to him because I'm a scumbag. One day. So, that is that. I'll fold this later. And what else is in here? I don't even know how much stuff I left in here, never looked through. This is the PAX guide. This isn't even anything. This is stuff that's going on, schedules and stuff. Oh, Angel Knives was an arcade game in The Last of Us. I didn't even get that far, I guess. Kind of promo for Shovel Knight. You were getting handed all this stuff wherever you were walking. People were just like putting stuff in your hand. And I was the only guy with the bag, so everybody kept putting all their stuff in my bag, which I didn't really mind. It was just kind of funny. Oh, this was actually a pretty cool thing. So we hung out with the Charlie Murder developer for quite a while, and you get a bunch of stuff from his little booth. There's a coaster here with, website and information on it. And then the cool thing, an actual freaking vinyl, like a legit vinyl with a bunch of soundtrack stuff, I guess. I've never seen that done before. Nice touch. And it comes with its own little vinyl case and everything. And what else is in here? Oh, we got 2 of those. Another t-shirt for something. Anomaly. Apparently Anomaly was giving out t-shirts. Not really sure why. Not really a t-shirtable type of game, is it? Not bad, though. Oh, this was really annoying. So there was this Moga distributor, and there was all these people dressed up as zombies all around the area, and they would walk up to you and they just snap this on your wrist. And then it says, you've been bitten by a zombie, go to the Moga safe house to get disinfected. And when you go there, they sell you stuff. Well, I guess they don't really sell you stuff. They try to show you their controller or whatever, and it was just really not that good. My apologies if anyone from Moga's watching, but it just wasn't that good. So they just kept slapping these onto people, and I don't know, we ended up with a bunch of them. I've got a Everdead promo thing. I guess it's a game on Steam Greenlight right now. It's a picture of a zombie head. Oh, I've got my PAX Pass from last time. And I have some buttons on it. I have one for Total Biscuit. I have one for whatever that is, Ska Studios. I have an Octodad pin. This is... I can't remember the name of it. It's paper, and then another Legend of Dungeon one. Collecting pins. I love pins. I was hoping everybody would have a pin. Some kind of poster. Not sure why I kept this. It's not really a thing. Oh, it's got a key on the inside of it. EVE Online 30-day extended trial. Oh boy. Anybody want an EVE Online extended trial? It'll take me forever to type it out. It's a lot of key characters on it for whatever reason. Ah, Tearaway, right? That was the name. Telepath Tactics, big old pin. Hang out there for a while. Telepath Tactics, you should check it out if you haven't already. Really good RTS. And that's coming from somebody who doesn't really like RTS that much. We got to a place where, oh, this is actually kind of funny. Now that I've played so much Magic, I actually recognize this deck. And it's funny because this is actually the deck I would have wanted to get. But we were allowed to take, or we were given a goodie bag with one of these each in it. Got the Black Planeswalkers one, which I actually would have wanted. Kind of lucky. The official headset of PAX. For your attendee discount, visit booth 668. I could have gotten an official headset of PAX. Looks kind of nice, but I would probably want to like try it first. Hawken, we got to try out Hawken for a while. That was kind of cool, I guess. They were hawking their wares, you could say. I don't know what this means. Just a weird ad. Wow, this bag still smells like the hotel. That's weird. Oh, it's the Moga tattoo. They wanted you to tattoo this on yourself so it looked like you had a big gaping wound and you could advertise their brand through your gaping wound. That's a strange advertising idea. Have a League of Legends rubber wristband. Yeah, represent, right? Oh, I got a Pokemon pin. I guess I went to the Nintendo booth, right? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity with some sort of new Pokemon that I'm not familiar with. I'm not really sure what his name is. It looks like a combination of like Bulbasaur and Squirtle or something. Dota Master Race. And I got a Battle Block Theater lanyard. Oh yeah, there's a collection somewhere. That was the end of my my GameStop collection. Was I have like 1,000 lanyards somewhere. I don't know where they went. Seriously, I have like a ball of lanyards like this big. Do you ever plan to stream BeamNG Drive again? Yeah, absolutely. I could absolutely play BeamNG Drive another time. Not a problem at all. So I guess that's going to be the end of my GameStop swag bin. That is the majority of everything that I wanted to show for now. I'm sure I could dig out a bunch more stuff that's found its way to other locations. But that's the bin itself has basically been gone through now. So hopefully you enjoyed this little look into my life in the last 10 years or so. And hopefully you had a good time. So I guess I'm going to try and run ads one more time, and then I'll direct everyone to go over to Doxy's stream if she's doing that. I'm not sure if she's up yet. She might be. Is she still in the chat? Is there any Doxies around? I haven't seen her in chat for a while, actually. But I know she's doing her death count stream tonight. Any idea when you might do those Magic games? Well, let's see. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow there's probably going to be an NLSS. Thursday probably an NLSS. I can't guarantee tomorrow, but I think there could be. So probably either Friday or Saturday or Sunday, depending on how things go. Bear Taffy is streaming. So there you go. So either go to Bear Taffy or Zero Doxy and see what you can see. And everybody, thank you for coming by. It really does mean a lot to me that you hang out. And I hope you enjoyed this look through all this stuff. There's so much stuff. There's really, like, a lot of stuff. It's going to take me, like, a half an hour to clean this all up. I just threw it everywhere as I was going. Oh, it's in 40 minutes. Okay, well, I should have streamed a little longer then. Yeah, so everybody go visit Bear Taffy. Have a good time. And if you haven't already, remember to follow if you, want to be notified next time I go live. And, catch us on the NLSS. Catch my Twitter. If I type in my, !info, you can have all my links. And come visit. Love to hear more from you soon. Alright, so Austin too. Yep, you're right. Alright, thanks everybody. I'll talk to you later tomorrow at the latest.